Hello, dear friends, welcome to our YouTube channel, USAFootballZone, latest football highlights. It's a rivalry bigger than sports. It's a continental fault line where national pride is the only thing that matters. It's more than just a game. It's a story written in sweat, tears, and sometimes blood. From police batons in the stands to allegations of poison in water bottles, the history of Argentina versus Brazil is a wild ride. So, how did a simple football match turn into a battle for the soul of a continent? We go beyond the scoreboard and uncover the flashpoints that transformed this beautiful game into a beautiful war. In the world of sporting rivalries, there are few as heated as the Superclásico de las Americas. Over more than a century, Argentina and Brazil have faced off in over 100 official matches. Their record is so impressive that it's hard to believe. No matter which historian you ask, the wins are almost equal. This isn't just a competition of skill, it's a clash of national identities. The world remembers the magic of Pelé, Maradona, Messi and Neymar. But the real story of this rivalry lies in the moments that the cameras try to avoid. We are talking about the fights, the betrayals and the heartbreaks that have shaped generations. These stories don't always make the highlight reel, but they are what truly tell the story of this great rivalry. The first match of this rivalry took place in 1914 and Argentina created an extraordinary atmosphere from the start with a 3-0 win in Buenos Aires. Over the years, the tension would only subside, but in 1937, things turned bitter forever. The final playoff of the South American Championship, the old Copa America, was held at Argentina's infamous El Gasometro Stadium. A huge crowd of 80,000 gathered for a match that will be remembered in history for all the wrong reasons. What happened next wasn't football, it was utter chaos. After 90 minutes, when the game was goalless, fights broke out between players, leading to riots in the stands. The game was stopped twice when the police lost complete control. The atmosphere deteriorated as the game eventually continued into the night. The Brazilian players later reported being subjected to horrific racist abuse from the spectators, and some are said to have left the field, fearing for their safety. The game finally ended at around 2 a.m. in almost complete darkness and confusion. Amidst the chaos, 19-year-old Argentine substitute Vicente de la Mata emerged as a hero, scoring 2 goals in extra time to secure a 2-0 victory. But no one truly won that night. The Brazilian press dubbed it the Jogo de Vergonha, the game of shame. The animosity that night has burned for decades, transforming a sporting competition into a match of grudges, where honor was as important as the final score. When the match reached the World Cup, the drama somehow escalated. The 1978 World Cup, which Argentina hosted under a military dictatorship, gave us one of the most controversial moments of all time. The two teams faced off in a match known as the Battle of Rosario. It was a brutal, ugly 0-0 draw, in which dangerous fouls completely overshadowed the game, while the game itself was disappointing. What happened next sparked a conspiracy theory that Brazilians still discuss to this day. To reach the final, Argentina had to beat Peru by at least 4 goals. They won 6-0, a stunning result that led to widespread claims that the match was fixed for Brazil, who were eliminated because of it. It was another reason to distrust their opponents. 12 years later, at the 1990 World Cup in Italy, we witnessed the most famous story of dirty tricks. Brazil were the favorites and completely dominated their round of 16 match against struggling Argentina. They hit the post, they hit the crossbar, a goal was inevitable. But with just 10 minutes left, Diego Maradona, who had been a ghost throughout the game, did something he could only do. He ran across the Brazilian midfield and made an unstoppable pass to his teammate Claudio Caniggia, who scored the winning goal. But that's not the whole story. During the break in the game, Argentina's staff distributed bottles of water. Brazilian defender Branco drank one and later said he felt dizzy and slow for the rest of the game. Allegations were made. Argentina gave him a bottle of water laced with tranquilizers. The holy water incident, as it is now known, was never proven and FIFA took no action. But a few years later, Maradona went on Argentine TV and shamelessly admitted that, yes, he had given him holy water. Was it a joke or sabotage? Who knows, but it became a perfect symbol of this rivalry's win-at-all-costs mentality. The stories behind this rivalry are as great as the football itself. If you enjoyed this glimpse beyond the scoreboard, hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell. You'll want to miss what we have next. No, the bitterness of the holy water incident lingered into the 90s. A 1991 Copa America match turned into a huge brawl, in which 5 players were sent off, 3 Brazilians and 2 Argentines, for being gay. Argentina somehow won 3-2, the field was a battlefield, and a red card was the price, but Brazil would get their revenge, and they would do it in the most heartbreaking way possible. The 2004 Copa America final is etched in the memory of every Argentine fan. Argentina were leading 2-1 and were seconds away from winning the trophy. But in the 93rd minute, with the last kick of the game, Brazilian striker Adriano took a long ball to his chest and fired a powerful volley into the net. In an instant, the momentum changed. Argentina completely collapsed, losing in a penalty shootout. For Brazil, it was a miracle. For Argentina, it was a national tragedy. Just 4 years later, at the 2008 Beijing Olympics, it was Argentina's turn to get revenge. In a thrilling semifinal, a young Lionel Messi faced a Brazilian team led by his superstar teammate Ronaldinho. Argentina put in a brilliant performance and won 3-0. The match against Brazil ended in chaos, with only 9 men remaining. When 2 players were sent off in a fit of rage, it was a humiliating defeat for Brazil, whose Olympic dreams had once again been shattered by their arch-rivals. To this day, the raw, tribal hatred of this rivalry lives on among the players, who are often friends and club teammates, and the best evidence of this was seen in November 2023 at Brazil's most hallowed ground, the Maracanã. Things went haywire before World Cup qualifying even began. Brazilian police were caught on camera charging into the Argentine fans, wielding sticks, and engaging in violent clashes in the stands. Seeing the chaos, Lionel Messi ordered his team off the field and refused to play until his supporters were safe. The match was delayed for nearly half an hour as police tried to keep the peace. When the game finally started, the atmosphere was filled with anger. The match was packed, with 42 fouls and a red card for Brazil's Joelinton. But in a game of guts, Argentina found a moment that would prove crucial. In the 63rd minute, Nicolas Otamendi headed home a corner kick. Argentina won 1-0, but it wasn't just a win, it was history. It was the first time Brazil had lost a World Cup qualifier at home, ever. While the Argentine players celebrated with their fans long after the final whistle, the Brazilian players faced a humiliation they never imagined. That one night, all odds were revealed, passion turned to violence. A captain's courageous protest, and a historic outcome that tore a nation apart. From the game of shame of 1937 to the holy water scandal of 1990, from the heartbreaking last-second incident of 2004 to the historic humiliation at the Maracanã in 2023, the real story of Argentina versus Brazil is written in these moments. These are the events that transform a football match into a cultural event, a national drama, where the pain of defeat is as powerful as the joy of victory. The scoreboard tells you who won, it never tells you the whole story. It doesn't show you the intrigue, the deceit, or the chaos that has shaped this footballing rivalry for more than a century. It's a battle that lasts for more than 90 minutes. A battle for bragging rights, history, and the soul of South American football. This rivalry has given us many memorable moments. Which one stands out to you the most? Was it a moment of pure genius, or a moment of complete madness? Comment below and let us know. Thanks for watching.